What's going on, everyone? It's Jeremy. Does anybody know what this is offhand without me telling you? I think you probably read the description, but I made the reactor number 4 at the Chernobyl nuclear power station in Ukraine. And the way this is designed, I got these instructions off ReBrickable.com. I also plan on doing some more modifications to this, which I'll do in another video. I'll tell you about that a little later on in this video. We're going to look at this model, which actually means a lot. I've had a very strong interest in this for over the last 15 years. Actually, probably longer than that, 17 years. So this is reactor number 4. The Chernobyl plant had 4 active reactors going on during this time when reactor number 4 had a total complete meltdown. There were 2 other reactors that were, I don't know what the percentage, if it was 30, 50, 60% completed. They never did get completed. Now, after this reactor melted down, which you can kind of see the black bars in there, those are all control rods and the actual core. The nuclear power station actually was still working. The other 3 reactors were decommissioned over time up until the last one didn't decommission until the year 2000. So this happened April 26, 1986. Okay, we've got our basically right here. It's kind of what everyone calls the golden hallway. There's a lot of cool YouTube videos of people getting tours on this when you could get tours up until February of this year, 2022. I'd really like to go there. I think it's called extreme tourism. I think that's what I think that's the term that people are calling it in the US, extreme tourism. Now, what your questions might be, what's the black stuff? That is the graphite from the core that's on the roof or just all over the place. So just a little added detail feature, extra feature. We've got our cooling tower, really cool. You can see the top of it. We're going to look down into the reactor. You can see our core, which is exposed with that round 4x4 plate. Look at the bottom of it here. So that's our bottom, nothing special there. Now I know what you're thinking, it's how big is this? Now when I started building this, I actually was amazed at how big this is. You don't really realize how big it is. So I've got a base plate, and it's a solid model. We're going to set it on that base plate, and you can see it hangs off by 2. We're pretty centered there. So I guess we're off by 1. 3 and 3. Yeah, so there, that's totally centered. So here's, that's your total design model. And you have to realize how much bigger this plant is. So if you get on Google Earth or just look up photos of what the entire complex looks like, I should have looked this up, what that golden hallway, which it's a hallway and it's got like a old, I want to say 70s, 80s wood paneling, and it just runs that whole distance of the building so far that you can't really even see the end of it. From one end of the plant to the other, you just can't see that far. That's how long that hallway is. Here's the back, nothing special there. But yeah, this is really cool. It's something I'd thought about doing years ago and doing it in a minifig scale. So you can only imagine this scale here might be the scale of those little tiny microfigs, nanofigs, the little tiny ones like Ant-Man size, or the little tiny Iron Man figures in that scale. That's about what this is. So to make just this model, you'd have to, so it'd probably be at least on 4 base plates to just make this one little section of the plant, which is about 1/4 of the total plant. But this is the most important part that everyone wants to see. So obviously it wasn't like this for long. Once they got the fire out, all this under control, you had to put the sarcophagus on. The model that this special creator did, the guy that made these instructions, this is all he's done. So I'm going to take it to the next level. I'm going to work on this in the time over the next few weeks, and I'm going to make a sarcophagus for this. I've also got another special feature I'm going to add, which involves some light bricks and that core. Got some ideas there. Tell me what you think, everyone. I'm going to add a screenshot of the instructions. I think they were like $5 US. I don't know, conversion rate seems to be 1 for 1 with anything in Europe with the euro, like 1 for 1 for the dollar right now. But anywhere else, I mean, I don't know what the conversion rate is. So if you know what $5 is in your country, that's what it is. The instructions are all on PDF file. Pretty simple. I think it's around 850 pieces. You can check that whenever I add the screenshot there. I believe it shows it. Very, very few specialized pieces. Most of your specialized pieces are kind of in this. The rest of them are just mostly blocks. The black hot dog pieces, yeah, I have a problem with some of those. Some of these pieces here. That one is maybe a little bit more harder piece to get. There's a couple of those on this. Yeah, there's one down here. But for the most part, white blocks, gray, dark gray, tiles. I think I had about 2/3 of the pieces in my own collection from the parts wall, like back there, and then behind the blue background. So, what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments what you think. I'm really glad to get this done. This is going to be on one of my shelves. I'm going to find somewhere to put it once I add the sarcophagus. I'm going to add a base to it too. That was one thing that I really like a lot of the architecture sets. They've got that black border base that make them really just stand out or look more professional. So I'm going to do that too. So stay tuned. Hopefully you guys like this one. Let me grab a minifig and, oh, let's see. The only one that I have handy is the guy with the bat. Yeah, there's no continuity here whatsoever. So here's how tall he is compared to this model. Stand him up here for reference. Stand him there. So about a little over 2 minifigs just to the top of this. Yeah, if we stand him there and then we do another one there. Sure. Trying to just get an idea how big this is. Which it looks small. It really does when you first look at it. And then when I built it, just getting the gray or the tan plates all set up so you can start your framework of your outer perimeter of the building footprint. It was a lot bigger than I thought. But yep, that's what it is. There's all kinds of really cool features. There's no interior. I do have a screenshot there showing what the inside looks like. As I don't know what step I was on. It was probably one of the first 30 steps. So here's that. Okay, so as you can see, that was pretty much just kind of early on. But you can see there's no interior. It's all just solid. So if you want to pick it up and move it, you're not going to shake anything loose. There's no special moving parts. There's no play features or anything like that. This is just a model just like the architecture sets. So if it's something that floats your boat, take a look for it. There's another model or two out there that are even smaller scale than this that you might have interest in. One does the entire complex, but it's not much bigger than this. So we're talking nano size, micro scale. Yeah. So anyway, hopefully you guys like this video. This means something a lot to me. I'll add a couple screenshots here at the end of the disaster for, I guess, reference material. And then I'll do another video at some point in the near future. So yeah, probably within the next few weeks. It'll probably be in December. And show what I come up with for a sarcophagus. I know it's under the safe confinement now, which I'm not going to build. The safe confinement's just a huge dome and actually takes off this and replaces it with a smaller one. But, I mean, if you cover that with just a dome, there's nothing there, so it's not even worth building that. And, man, doing a dome, doing it right, it's just not going to be appealing. But I will do the sarcophagus and add some of that rust look to it that was built started in 1986 as well. And up until the safe confinement in, what was that, 2017? I think it was completed, November of 17. But yep, that's it. Thanks for watching, everyone. Stay tuned for a couple of still shots. Maybe I'll spark your interest and you want to look up more details about this RBMK type reactor that had serious design flaws, including the graphite tips that basically was the biggest design flaw that caused the meltdown nuclear reaction. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.